Coming out of that hospital was not rainbows and butterflies. It was a challenge for sure. This is actually 2.5 years after cancer. I was 110 pounds. I was skin and bone. The problem with me is I didn't have the nurses and I didn't have the doctors to hold me accountable anymore. So I had to do all of my physical therapy and everything on my own. And I started to, for a good 2 weeks, get into that excuse mode. Within 2 weeks, I was back in the hospital with a standing heart rate of over 150 beats a minute. My fever was over 102 degrees. My blood pressure was through the roof. And I'd stay there for a good 3 to 5 days to get everything down. And when I got out of there, I basically sat down with Lauren and we had the discussion of, if I am going to keep making excuses and not take care of myself, I probably will not be here next month. I probably will not be here in 6 months. And it wasn't a bad conversation. It was exactly what I needed. I probably cried for a good hour and a half that night, and it just let all my emotions out. But you know what I did? The next day, I literally got into my little weight room at my house and I picked up a 5-pound dumbbell and I started doing bicep curls. That's all I did. The next day, I did the same thing. The next day, I walked a little further. It was every day just compounding. And eventually, I started gaining some weight. My mental attitude started to get stronger. I started to look at life as a lesson, started to look at life as a growth opportunity. For a lot of us, I think a lot of survivors, or even if you're going through cancer right now, you could even start feeling this, or you will start to feel this, is what is next? And, after a year, my wound finally healed. So my skin grew over. And after 2 years, my strength started to come back. I literally told myself, I am not going to let myself down here. I'm going to just work my butt off. So I'm going to tell you, consistency and using your dedication to just never giving up on yourself. For me, after about 2.5 to 3 years, I said, okay, I was able to take care of my mental, emotional, physical health. So what is next for me? God didn't put me through this crazy challenge just to go back to my normal life. I have something so much bigger to offer to this world, but I have no idea what to do. Biggest thing that's ever happened for me in my entire life is, if you want to change the direction of your life, be around the people that are going to help you get there. And this is good. I don't want this to sound bad or mean. That I had to stop listening to people who really loved me and cared for me and thought that I was crazy for not going back to my 9 to 5 and wanting to do something bigger with my life. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a big dream in your life, the only person that's going to believe in you at first is you. And you need to be the one to have the courage to go forward, to push yourself forward. That is where faith comes in. That is where you believe in yourself and have the courage to just keep pushing forward.